Thunderdome 2. A lot of our listeners might remember a few months ago we spoke to a local Perth fighter in Luke Razor Sharp, and he's been good enough to join us on the program once again ahead of Thunderdome 2 on July 6. Good morning, Luke.
Hey, mate. How you going?
Yeah, very well. How are you? You sound just a little bit tired there, mate. We didn't wake you up, did we?
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
Now, let's take a look back to Thunderdome 1. It was a draw against Jeremy Allen for you. I imagine that would have been a bitterly disappointing pill to swallow. How have you recovered since then, and what's on the menu for you?
Yeah, that was a bit of a nuisance. It was the second draw that I had with him, so it was a bit more. It was a bit more disappointing than most people think, but it was alright. I mean, it was experience in the bag, so it was a hard fight, but just happy to get through it. This fight I've got named Peter Matrosky Jr. He's coming off a 3-year retirement. 30 pro fights, tough guy. He's been in there with some of the best, so it's going to be a bit of a huge step up for me, but I'm ready for it,
Sharpie, obviously, I mean, when you came in last time, you discussed the fight against Jeremy Allen because this was the second time you fought him, and I mean, the first one was controversial, and so was this one, really. I mean, for people that were there, I was lucky enough to see it myself, and I'm sure you've been able to see it. It was recorded and produced by Tux Productions, and he got the DVD out there as well for people to have a look, so I'm sure you've seen the footage, but a lot of people think you won that fight clearly again, but again, not getting the decision.
Yeah, I mean, people have got different views. Some people think it was a clean draw. Some people think he won. Some people think I clearly won. But I'm just going to leave it to other people to say because Jeremy Allen's is a tough opponent and he's a brilliant guy. He's a good guy. So I don't want to say anything that's going to upset him. But I really think that the first one should have been my victory anyway.
Where does it leave you at the moment in terms of your career, Luke? I mean, you've had a couple of draws against Jeremy Allen, now moving forward.
Yeah, definitely moving forward. This fight, I'm fighting for a Asia Pacific regional title, so that would give me a world ranking. So definitely trying to move forward, trying to mend the draws, make them into victories. So this one's a big fight for me. If I win this, and open up several different doors and opportunities for me for the future.
Now, about Thunderdome 2, of course, Dragonfire Productions are involved as well, and I mean, Thunderdome 1, very successful, but we're seeing a lot of the same fighters go around. I mean, yourself, Sam Hogan, Brandon Ogilvie, Green and Van Diemen are fighting for the light heavyweight title as well. It's definitely gaining momentum, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Dragonfire have joined forces with 8K Promotions, which is Dave Hassan and Foxy, and they've joined forces to bring Thunderdome 2. So it's going to be a lot of the same local boys, which is good, because most people will get to see the same guys over and over again. They get familiarised with them, and they get to watch them, come from 2 or 3 victories to 10 or 12 victories and start winning some titles, and then people, say, oh, I'm a Luke Sharp fan, or I'm a Hogan fan, or I'm a Green fan. So it is good that the same boys are getting on them over and over again, so people get used to us.
We're speaking to local boxer Luke Razor Sharp here on Sports Breakfast this morning. 3 weeks out for the fight, or pretty close to 3 weeks out from the fight. Are you in the middle of a pretty hard training block at the moment, or where's your training at?
Yeah, it is. It's starting to get into a lot of the sparring and a lot of the gritty stuff. So a lot of sparring, a lot of pad work. Really starting to shorten things up now. Short, sharp thing. Come next week, I'll be doing a lot more sprinting and trying to get the little interval training going. But at the moment, still doing a lot of rounds, a lot of Ks, a lot of pads, a lot of sparring, just trying to get the endurance up. That way, I know that I'm as fit as possible. Otherwise, going out underdone, and you never know what can happen.
Luke, obviously, as you said, he's coming out of retirement. He's been in retirement for 3 years. You're young, you're fit. Where's your benefit? What are you going to try and where's his weaknesses? Where are your strengths? How are you going to combat him and beat him?
Well, him being a little bit older and hasn't fought for 3 years, and watching his last couple of fights, not the best mover, so I'm going to be up on my toes, moving around, making him miss a lot, making him miss and then making him blow. So that way, he starts to get tired early, and then I capitalise on that and start to put the hammers on, but doing it correctly and doing it properly. So that way I don't end up, blowing myself and getting too tired too early.
Is there a danger coming up against a guy like Metesky Jr.? I mean, is there a possibility that after 3 years of retirement he'll have not little to fight for, but little to lose, I guess, and may be able to come out with somewhat of a reckless abandon when he fights you?
It is big risk, a very big risk, but we felt that at this point of my career I was ready, and the fact that he's coming off a 3-year layoff, a little bit older, suffered some injuries, so we figured this is the best time to take him and the best fight for me at the moment. So that's why I'm just trying to train as hard as possible. He wants this belt more than anything, we've been told. So that's all he wants. He's fighting for free. So all he wants is the belt. But I know he's going to come hard. But that's why I'm training as much as possible, 2-3 times a day to get myself ready for this.
Luke, do you know what when you'll be fighting on the card? I mean, obviously with Green and Van Diemen, that looks to be a big one as well. But the last time we saw you in Thunderdome 1, you were the last fight. You talked to us about your preparation. It was getting there, a little bit later, just listening with your music. Do you know when you are fighting so you can start planning your preparation for the night?
Yeah, I think I do. Actually, I think I'm halfway through the fight night. So Green and Van Diemen are going to be after me because that's a huge fight that's going to be on. So that's a massive local fight, so that one's after me. So I think I'm halfway in the card, which is good because that way, I get to support the other boys and get to watch the other boys as well, rather than being on the main event and I just sit out the back and chill, do my own thing, and then fight, and I don't get to see the other boys. This fight night is about everyone, but personally, I want to win, so I'm going to do what I have to do to win, to get myself ready and prepared. But, I do like to support the other boys because I do see them, twice a day, every day for the last 10 weeks.
Well, as we said, Luke, I mean, Thunderdome Tomb, Saturday, July 6th, yourself, Green, Van Diemen, Brandon Ogilvie, Sam Hogan, fighters that we used to will all be there. Tickets are $65 and they're available at oztic.com.au, or you can get VIP tickets for $165. Mate, we'll try to talk to you closer to the fight or maybe after it. Best of luck and keep training hard.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, cheers. Appreciate that. Cheers, boys.